Hi everyone, so let's take a look at Carmageddon Reincarnation, the public beta. Now, last week I gave you a first look, and I wasn't overly impressed with the general frame rate we were seeing here. After a fair amount of fiddling around, I've managed to come up with some settings that work well for me. Anti-aliasing off, ambient occlusion off, shadows basically off, and then we get a decent frame rate here that is more than playable. Now, I have to say, even with those elements turned on, a frame rate of 30 frames a second is still perfectly acceptable to the majority of racing fans. On PC though, we kinda like to try and get at least above 50, that's a really nice sweet spot for most games. But what about Carmageddon Reincarnation? Well, they've done a beautiful job. I think that's really the simplest thing I can say here. It really is a faithful rebuild of Carmageddon in a modern engine designed for modern systems. The graphics are generally top-notch, with only a few textures here within the world that look a little low resolution and smeary. Hopefully those will be fixed before launch. But the cars, the physics model design, and the courses they've come up with, and the game types here are so fun. I mean, it really is fantastic fun to play. It's been a while since we've had a driving game that really is just about having fun. The last game I'd really think of would be the Burnout series. And, you know, Burnout didn't allow you to mow down pedestrians and generally behaving like the #1 ASBO on the road. The whole thing, from the pickups to the physics, are completely over the top, and it works beautifully. This game really just doesn't care whether you love it or hate it. All it wants you to do is have fun, and it does it beautifully. There is so much fun you can have here, and a stack of replayability as well, as you try and compete for top scores against your friends, or pick up the collectibles to unlock things for your cars. There's plenty of different courses, and those courses are very, very varied. They allow for quite a wide range of different configurations for the developers to create really fun courses for us to play on, that basically go from high verticals to low passes and so on. All the time everything is being mixed up continuously by those power-ups and the pickups on the levels. Much has been made by hardcore fans of the music choice this time round, which has taken a different cue. Instead of going with the really hardcore thrash metal music that we had from Fear Factory at games past, this time we've got more of a mix, introducing some really heavy dubstep instead. Now, my personal feeling is I don't care as long as it's loud. That really is all I care about in this style of game. But the music here really does drive the action forward in a really nice way. All the songs really do seem to fit nicely with the action here, providing really heart-pumping audio and nice loud volumes that makes it feel like it's filling the room as you play, mixed in with all of those beautiful sound effects you're generating in real time as you destroy things, crash into things, and knock the heads off stuff. It really does work beautifully, and I think for those Carmageddon fans who are disappointed we wouldn't have more of a traditional music selection here, I think they will find that the selection that has been chosen is truly great, actually, and it's possibly going to be one of those soundtracks of the year because it really stays with you after you turn the game off. If you love Carmageddon, if you have great fond memories of playing this in days gone by, you really do need to give Carmageddon Reincarnation a try. At the end of the day, what the developers, who are the original developers by the way, this is Stainless, they've come back to their franchise. What they've created here really is a love letter to the original game, but more than that, it's been rebuilt for a next generation, for our generation. This isn't like Homeworld Remastered, where it's kind of more of a fitting tribute in some respects to the past game. With Carmageddon, it's much more like, if we were going to build Carmageddon in 2015, what's that going to look like? The simple fact is, it looks like this, and it's bloody brilliant.